What is your name?
Jonathan.
Excellent job. It is Jonathan Hiracheta. Very good. What is your name? Job. It is Jonathan Hiracheta. Very good.
So, my name is Elizabeth Hiracheta.
My name is Johnny Hiracheta.
And this is Jonathan. Jonathan is the middle of three boys. We have a 17-year-old. Jonathan will be 16 in August, and then we will have a 14-year-old tomorrow. So, Jonathan was diagnosed with autism when he was a year and a half. He struggled a lot in his earlier years. When he was with Bakersfield City up until 4th grade is where we saw a lot of behaviors, a lot stemming from communication. Communication was just this huge hurdle of him not understanding us not understanding his needs, and him not being able to verbally communicate with us. It was extremely hard. We were just seeing meltdown after meltdown to where it started becoming aggressive.
Wow, Jonathan. This is good looking stuff. Very cool.
Oh, your art. It's a lot.
Wow. Which one's your favorite? That one right there? Very good, man. You're so good at drawing. This is really cool.
Are you tired? Okay. Where he's at now, he's just been making leaps and bounds, and it's really neat to see the people at VAC work with him now, because they've seen those stages and they've seen how far he's come from him having behaviors every day to dropping, him not being able to work at all, to where he is now, where he's able to sit for more than 5-10 minutes at a time, actually, several hours just to complete work, and not only verbally communicate his needs, which is huge, but also interact. One of the goals that he was working on when he was at VAC was phone conversation. He has phone calls to grandma and 2 of his aunts, and so the whole family has really gotten involved.
Hello. Hi, Jonathan.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Oh, fantastic. Jonathan.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I feel so good. Thank you. Thumbs up. What did you have for lunch today?
Just tip.
Sandwich and chips? Yes. With cheese in your sandwich? Yes. Yes, I thought so. Jonathan, when will I talk to you again?
Okay. So,
Soon. All right, Jonathan, I love you.
bye.
Bye. Bye. Have a good day.
So now that COVID, the pandemic has hit, the stay-at-home orders, it definitely impacted our family. Everything changed drastically. It went from that weekend to coming back on Monday and them telling us that Tuesday was the last day back. They've transitioned just throughout this whole thing just so smoothly. It started with phone calls from them to scheduling workshops with me, to then asking if are we interested in doing a telehealth, and they, everyone across the board, no one was familiar with Zoom. Now everyone's like a pro.
Hi.
Hey.
How's it going, bud? Good? Good.
been out of school personally for quite some time, and trying to remember the basics as far as math or history or even a writing assignment. It's been a challenge. So the cool thing about that is having my wife there. She has a different outlook on, like, okay, instead of asking him this way and him not responding, try it this way. Essentially, teamwork helps, and she helps me out a lot with trying to get him to understand the work assignment.
Those last couple months of school were so stressful for the boys. It wasn't just homework, but it was just that emotional stress that they were just, dealing with the pandemic and the news, and then not seeing friends, not having that social aspect. That was definitely the hardest part. As parents of Jonathan, I think the biggest takeaway has been to be there. I think be there more. The positive thing out of this has been seeing really hands-on where exactly he is.
The biggest positive I would see is seeing his work ethic and the determination of when something's laid out in front of him, I want to get it done before. I think that's awesome. So if I could go back to my younger self when we found out that Jonathan was diagnosed with autism, I would reassure myself that it's going to be okay, to continue fighting for him, to get him the services that he needs, to continue to love him. We've always done that. Mom's been a very big advocate, and I've been by her side to fight for what we need to get him to succeed in life. Everything is going to be okay.
If I could go back and tell myself anything, it would be to just be patient and trust your gut. It's going to be okay. Even if it takes 5-10 years, it's slow and steady, wins the race, and it's not going to come overnight. And but that's okay. I'm sorry. I never thought he would speak, and when he was 5, he said "Mom" for the first time, and and then to hear him now, every night, say "I love you," it gets better, So I'm so sorry, but just to let that younger version of yourself know that it's okay, and it's okay to cry, and it's okay to, just take it all in, but definitely have your support with you. Have a support group. Have your, even if it's just your family, to make sure you vent. Talk to someone, and the more people around you that support you, the better.
I would definitely like to thank the Valley Achievement staff for everything that they've invested into my son. To be honest with you, they're like a second family to us, because he's been in that program for a long time. And me and my wife, especially my wife, she really falls hard for the staff members, because she can feel like that they truly do care. I just truly am grateful that Valley Achievement has been in our life for as long as it has, and made an impact with our son, Jonathan.
When it comes to VAC, the Valley Achievement Center, there really aren't words. I could say thank you, but sometimes it's not enough. VAC has been Jonathan's constant. VAC has been amazing. His one-on-one aides have been amazing. His program managers, Miss Nuslin, she knew him when he was 4, and working with him now, especially through junior high and now high school, she's seen his ups and downs. She's seen how far he's come. And so for her, his wow moments that she's seeing now in Zoom calls, which is crazy saying, but now that she's seeing those, oh my gosh, she's did it, those wins are just as big for her as they are for us on our end. VAC staff across the board has just been amazing, and if I could say anything, you've been there. You've been his constant. You just through any day he could have, they've been there, and we've definitely seen it carry over to this quarantine pandemic that we are now in. So the quarantine, even though, you know, we're not able to get outside and do a lot of things, which he misses because he loves going anywhere, we're still making it work, and he's done really well throughout this thing.